The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And he
rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Spinning away. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
Now Mayfield. And his first look is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Over!
Mayfield looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taking it about the 36. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
4 down. Alert.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless 1st quarter to this point.
Flex round. You got 4.
And they'll go to the ground attack here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game, as it's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to think my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
3 down.
It's a quarterback sneak, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Now this feels like old.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Broncos are in for 6. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them. and get it over the goal line.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch it now, Barney!
And they'll run it here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Watch it now, Barney!
They go with Chubb on second down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
All right, here we go.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Watch it now, Barney!
Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Leopard!
Mayfield now on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down. He's checking. Ohio!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
A first down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Over!
And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Second down, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, Look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Over!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch it now, Barney!
They go play action. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on first down. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns get a score closer. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within his score as the lead's cut to 8. Crosby on now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Shifts by him. And now look at him go. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great play there. 95 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And bulldozing his way through. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Mayfield to throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 18. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Detroit! Detroit!
1st down, Mayfield. Over the middle, Dorsett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Play fake. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.